There you go. All right, y'all, Shalom family. Hey, I apologize for the delay. Just some computer challenges on my end, but I got the kinks worked out. You guys should be able to hear me. I'm going to allow a little bit more time. Let's see here. What I need is from anyone that does pop on here in the live stream on chat, just to let me know that you're hearing everything okay. So all I need is just some type of feedback from you guys. Let me know everything's cool. And I can get started from there. This is the evening demo of the two websites that I've created for the nation of Israel. Just give me 1 second here. Again, apologies for the delay. Really strange from the earlier session. Ended up actually really crushed my computer. It was very strange. Very, very strange, but we're good here now. All right, let me see. Let me go ahead and get started here on my end. What I'm going to try to do is go ahead and share my screen. Very odd. All right, we're good. Those of you that are here online, are you guys able to see the new shared screen? Just send me some feedback. All right, we should be good to go. All right, so let me go ahead and just kind of talk to you off for a little bit. Again, this is a repeat of from earlier. All right, this is a demo of two websites I've created for the House of Israel. All right, and so we'll kind of give you a background in regards to this. About a year ago, I started working on these two websites. The reason being was I started recognizing the level of censorship that I was receiving, that some of my brothers in ministry were receiving. And it was something where, I knew I had to figure something out. I had to do something. On Facebook, they were flagging my content for anything, whether it be you got 3 seconds of somebody's song in there, or whatever. We feel like this violates. You got haters, so they're gonna sit there and say, well, we don't want to hear y'all Negroes talk about these issues or these topics. You can't talk about the history like that or in that frame of light, things like that. And so they would flag our content, take it smooth right down. YouTube, similar situation. They would go ahead and next thing you know, an entire videos are gone, and you have no access to it. You can't do anything to it. So unless you actually still have a raw copy of it, it's gone forever. You could try to wrestle and go back and forth with some of these folks, but the bottom line is that platforms like Facebook and YouTube they're popular platforms, but they're platforms that essentially the powers that should not be and their allies can choose to decide if they want to stifle, hinder your voice if they want to or not. Just plain and simple. That's what it comes down to. Okay. So because of that, again, about a year ago, I started working on a website that we could be using for our people. All right, for us as Hebrew Israelites to be able to come together and to express ourselves really under the banner of gathering, being able to gather together, being able to be vulnerable together, to discuss ideas and issues together without having to worry about the massive level of censorship that you would experience on Facebook or on YouTube. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and guide you through this. This is HebrewConnect.org. Some of you have seen this earlier. Some of you may not have. I'm going to do a walkthrough real quick. This is again, a website that is designed by Hebrews, being like myself, me, and for Hebrews. All right. This is a website that, you have the ability to create kind of what you're looking to create for yourself and for your ministry and for your assembly, to allow us to be able to get connected with one another. All right. So when you first come to the page, what you're looking at is you're looking at the kind of the desktop version right now. But if you're on a device like a tablet or you're on a cell phone, there's a mobile version of this website that I've created as well. Very good functionality. It's awesome. You'll love it. So let me just kind of go through what you'll see. First things first, you have an about section. You have contact, support us. We have a blog. We have an event section, so that if we wanted to create an event, we could go ahead and upload that. So you can kind of see if there's ever a question of, well, when is somebody going live? It'll pop up there. When is, a video being released, or when is some type of a live stream event going to happen? You'll be able to go there and find that information out. Okay. You have a forum section and you have a member section, and there's a lot of functionality within the forum section and within members section. What you'll find is that let's say you're brand new to the website. You notice here there's a login section, a little user icon, and it says login. If you come in here and you're like, hey, I want to go ahead and see what's going on in the forum section, and you click, this is all you'll be met with, is right here. You have to be an approved and authorized member to see what's going on in the forum section. All right. You just can't flow in there and see and look around and snoop and ear hustle to see what the Hebrews is doing. It's not like that. Similar thing. One second here. Similar thing when it comes to the member section. If you were to click on the member section, it's going to ask you for your credentials as well. Okay. Right here is our main display area. We have an area to, you can watch videos. So I have the ability of linking this to like maybe our YouTube channel to like stream a playlist, have that available. The entire YouTube catalog can be on here, or I can have it like I have right now, where I have the ability of uploading content one at a time, or I have the ability of live streaming. So if I had a more beefier computer and more time, I could literally have it set up to where I'm not only live streaming to Facebook, but I'm live streaming directly to the website at the same time. So now we don't have to worry about notification issues and other problems. We can have it set up that if we as a ministry decide we want to go ahead and live stream certain times of day or certain days of the week, we can have that happen here, and the website will notify you and alert you that, hey, Maury Dwayne and the assemblies are gathering together to fellowship online, live right now. Go check it out. All right. On the right-hand side, there's a social bar. So we have an Instagram page already set up. We have a YouTube channel set up already. We have a Twitter account already set up, as well as we haven't done it yet. We will have a Facebook account, but we do have a Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter account under the HebrewConnect.org name. If you are new to the website and you have a questions, let's say for some reason you missed this live stream demo and you see the little icon down the bottom right, it's a little box. You can go ahead and click on that. It's also available on your phone as well. And you can say, hello, I need help with your website. How do I sign in? That could be you. That could be a question you have. And you go ahead and boom. Now on my device system, I actually got notified that somebody, being this random person of myself, went ahead and asked this question. And so now myself and others who I assigned to be able to answer questions on the website will be able to respond back. It'll also notify you that we're available for chat. If you have a question, if you have a prayer request, if you have anything you might need, whether you're a part of the website or not, you have the ability of reaching the website as a ministry for assistance, for help. Okay. You could, I'm new to this all and need to get connected. That might be a question I get. Bam. Okay. That's what this person's in need of. They need some help signing in, and they also need to get connected with like an assembly or something like that. All right. So just kind of give you an idea. Anybody can go ahead and do that. All right. There's a blog section that's available for people to go ahead and look at. All right. Again, if we had upcoming events, there'd be a calendar kind of set up that will break some things down. I have not activated any new calendar events, but I will soon. All right. And let me break something down. Let me play this video real quick, just so you can see that does work. So there you go with that. It works. We're good there. Give me 1 second here. One quick question for you guys that are watching online. How is the overall video quality? Is it okay? Just give me some feedback in the chat. All I need is one to give me some feedback, and I can go on. We good? All right. I appreciate you, Elia. All right, so let's dig into this. One thing that I wanted to make sure is that we have a section that was proper in regards to studies. So I created a Torah section Now in this Torah section, this has been optimized for mobile as well. So if you are on your cell phone, you can go ahead and click on this now. You have the ability to go to safaria.org. You have the ability to review and look at the Jerusalem Talmud. You can then look at the Babylonian Talmud. Yes, there's two different Talmuds. All right. The former was one that was started but never fully finished. The other one was finished, but multiple folks have had their hand in touching it. But it's still a good, decent work to kind of review when you're looking at the deeper things of our Hebraic past. You have the Targum of Jonathan, which again is just a translation of the Tanakh in the Aramaic. And so you can either look at it in the Aramaic and or look at it in the English translation. You have Antiquities of the Hebrews by Josephus. You have the Wars of the Hebrews, again by Josephus. You have the Book of Mobilize. You have the Testament of the 12 Patriarchs. You have the LXX Septuagint, the Greek Septuagint. That's available for you as well. You have the Latin Vulgate for you to be able to go ahead and look at that and review that for yourself. Again, this is for those of you that are studying. You want to go ahead and break this stuff down and look at it in the various manuscripts. You have the 1611 King James Version Bible along with the 1611 King James Version Apocrypha. You also have access to the Blue Letter app or the Blue Letter website for mobile through this. And you even also have an area for the Quran because, again, although that's not our thing, it definitely talks about us, and there are more Hebrews. There's just as many Hebrews that are caught up in Islam as there are Hebrews and Hebrew Israelites that are caught up in Christianity. So it's important to also know what the Quran says about Israel, and there's entire chapters and sections that talk about the house of Israel. So it's important to get that. Also, when it comes to your Hebrew studies, a lot of these folks they're not studying full spectrum, meaning they can even sit there and go Lashon Kadash. They can sit there and say, okay, we're going to say on every other word, everything every other character is going to be Allah, la ra ba shata, whatever, and that's all they know. They don't got no deeper level of understanding than just that, and not knowing some of the other, let's say, Middle Semitic Hebrew that our ancestors spoke. Learning the Arabic and how it sounds in the different Arabic letters and how they sound will help you in your studies in regards to understanding how to speak Hebrew, especially when you're dealing with the Bantu languages. The Bantu languages are Hebrew languages that are rooted in either the early or Middle Semitic script or language. All right, so just because the Arabic looks a certain type of way as far as the calligraphy and things like that, literally you can replace that Arabic calligraphy with Hebrew and understand what they're talking about and read it. So Arab speakers just speak with a different dialect. That's it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and dig into this a little bit further. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and log in, actually, so you can see what this looks like. So I have it set up right now that when you click on log in, because y'all don't really know about this website, the first time you're really hearing about it, it takes you to a sign up page. So you have the ability of signing up with your Google social media account or social account. You have the ability of signing up with your Facebook social media account. Now, if you already have an account, then you can just click log in. And then for me, I'm logging in with Google. And I'm going to go ahead and log in under one of my accounts. And now, when you click on that area on the computer, it looks this way. On your cell phone, there's going to be an internal menu that comes out at the bottom that you can kind of scroll through and flick through. So now I have the ability to go to my profile. I can look at my draft copies of things. I can look at my account, or I can log back out. Any notifications will be notified there. You see right here on the bottom right-hand side, now the little comment or chat bar or chat button has a 2 there. So when I click on that, wow, look at that. Lo and behold, I have some people in here that I've been communicating with over the course of the past few days, or even today. They've been reaching out to me saying, hey, what's going on? Shalom. Hey, you did a great job. Blah, 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 so on and so forth, right in here. All right. And I can then, if I chose to, I can go into that. But let me show you the forum section. And then from there, I'm going to transition to the second website that I've created. All right. So let's go to the forum section. And this will be faster on your system than it is on mine with the Zoom running right now. Here again, Hebrew Connect forum. This is a forum that I've set up and established for you to use. All right. So, you know, there's a variety of different topics of discussion. You can create the platform you want to create for yourself, for your ministry, for your community, for your family here. One thing, a driving force behind me creating this was the fact that there really is no safe space that we as Hebrew Israelites have that we can go to online. There's always, you know, other nations that are in the mix or involved in things when it comes to our affairs. We can never have anything that's just for us. And I'm telling you, it's not something that's like a racist type thing or whatever, but we need that space to discuss the issues we need to talk about. We need to go ahead and be able to be vulnerable with one another without concern that there's other nations that are looking at us in a very vulnerable state that we might be in. All right. So you have the ability to pretty much create the area or space you want to create. Like many of you guys will come to the website or the Facebook page, for instance, and you want to write these big old 3-page thesis statements on whatever you're talking about. That's not really the place to put for a, you know, a post like that on Facebook. It's just not even designed for something like that. You try and get super deep on a chat forum. It's like no different than I can't get super deep in Messenger chat. That's not a place where I can really be effective in. Outside of 1 or 2 line statements or sentences, I'm not going to be able to be really deep with y'all in regards to expressing a thought, idea, or emotion. All right. And so this is an area as a platform where you have the ability to express yourself. So I'm just going to just go over real quick some things. Let's say, for instance, you know, let's say you are a musician. Let's say you're into poetry, you're into music, right? I had a post recently myself in regards to one of our awesome Hebrew artists that we have. And I had just put something out in there in regards to that. I'm going to show you. All right, so Tela is an artist that has a new spoken word album. I'm not sure if many people know about her album. That's her right there. But I wrote a little something in regards to the album and dropped a link. And you have the ability to click on that and go and listen to the album if you wanted to. All right. And so if we wanted to, we can create a whole dialogue and discussion around this album. We'll go back out again. We have some people that they might be new to the Hebraic faith and understanding. They have an area there they can ask questions. You know, I mean, there's an area for prayers and testimonies and so on and so forth, right? You have those that might be into Hebrew artwork and painting. You may have some of you guys are into fitness and wellness. That's your wheelhouse. That's the area you're strong in. Not everybody's always designed to be a more. You know, they got to get a Bible and they get a microphone and the camera and you know, set up a table with, you know, shofars and menorahs and, you know, stuff like on the walls, and they got to be super deep all the time. Like you might just be someone that can motivate Israel to get healthy and stop being obese. Right? You may have a business. Well, we have an area for business, Hebrew Business Directory. If you have a business, create a space for yourself. Get your business, your family and your friends and those involved in that. Those of you that want to meditate on scripture and different things like that, Bible study and stuff like that, you can go ahead and go into that area. I mean, those of you that are doing things like I am, or, going out from city to city, and you are spreading the bazaar of the kingdom, the gospel, right? You can go ahead and talk about how to be more effective. Again, the strategy or the thought behind this is to be able to gather together as a people, to mobilize as a people, as a nation, as a community, right? To be able to strategize, to be able to literally, get that community established, all right? There's area for different assemblies in the United States, in the United Kingdom, in the continent of Africa, even in the Caribbean. There's an area for you to be able to go ahead and create a space for your ministry. Now, there's some guidelines to it as of right now. Individual Hebrew Israelites are able to come in, be a part of this this forum, okay? But if you do have a ministry or you're part of a larger ministry and you would like to be able to have your content, a space in here for you, okay, before you start uploading your content and information from your ministry or your brother's or your sister's ministry, you have to let me know. I need to have a conversation with you, because one thing that we're not doing kind of like a anti-Mashiach type assemblies. We're not doing a lot of your One West and One West variant folks. All right. We're not doing the 12 tribe chart. We're not inviting in strangers to be brought in as though they're in the house of Israel. Like, we're not talking about Pacific Islanders and, Hispanics as being Israelites. So unless you are an Hebrew Israelite that's been scattered into those territories and in those lands, that's not going down like that. And again, so we need that safe space for us to be able to be us, to be vulnerable, and to keep it simple so it can be understood, to be Black. It's okay to have a space that's for Black people. You have plenty of options to go ahead and mingle and do all that other stuff with everybody else. You got Facebook groups for that. You got your own, whatever you got going on in your, whatever you got going on is what you got going on. But, there is a space that is designed for Hebrews to be in, and Hebrews only. Because we need that safe space to be able to be real with one another without the concern of, what Chuck gonna think. Okay? And I'll tell you, a lot of this has come to the forefront in people's hearts and minds. They maybe not even thought about that, but it's like the reality is when you look at the death of Ahmad Arbery, how he was literally ran down for a half a mile and then killed by them folks, right? We are in the land of our captivity. We are in the land of our oppressor, all right? We are awakening to who we are, and many of us are going through various stages of understanding who am I? Who are my people? What does it mean to be a Hebrew Israelite? And you discovering who you are, you don't need Chuck and Jimmy in your face or chiming in on, your awakening. It's like, man, from cradle to the grave, when you look at it, real talk, from cradle to the grave, our quote unquote Black experience has been shaped by other nations. They've always had a hand in the midst of what we've done. I don't care what movement you're talking about. I don't care. They've always had a hand in shaping the frame or narrative of our culture and society. Some of your favorite songs were produced by them folks. You may say, well, that's not true. So-and-so and so-and-so artist. Nah, you don't understand. You don't understand. At the top, there's people that determine and decide whether that gets played on their radio stations or not. There's folks that determine whether or not it gets on rotation or not. All right. You look even at the early days of our ancestors in music, in the music industry, they would get contracts with certain people that would then turn right around and give that song and all the rights and authorities to, Jimmy's crew to go ahead and cover your song that you made and dance your dance the way they dance it. And they getting all the fame, all the glory, all the honor. No different than you look at your modern day, like you look at a Elvis Presley. What them Negroes doing? Oh, they dance like that. They move their hips like that. Okay, I could do something like that. Cool. All right. And get all this Elvis money. You look at all, literally, I don't care what you're talking about. Any genre of music. I don't care if you want to say rock and roll or metal or something like that. What's it going to come back to? Okay, you looking at Chuck Berry. You looking at Little Richard. You looking at them brothers that had them guitars and turned the gain up on them jokers and was getting it in, right? So I'm not trying to deviate too much, but the bottom line is that, it's sad. You look at some of your favorite TV shows that maybe even taught you about yourself and your culture was produced by them folks, and you know who them folks are. Some of your favorite movies were produced by them folks. They were good movies, but they never touched on the issue that them folks were a part of the enslavement of your people. They didn't tell you that them folks were the ones that financed the slave trade. They didn't tell you that them folks were the ones that could already speak Hebrew and were coordinating with other Hebrews, actual bloodline Hebrew Israelites, to enslave you and roll you up and scatter you buckshot across the earth. They don't tell you that they own plantations too. Anyway, let me break this down. Let me just jump in here real quick. Let me show you some things. Let's just go into prayers and testimonies. That's just a clean, area. Nothing's on there yet. I'm going to go ahead and just show you the options you have to create a space for you. So I'm going to title this My New Hebrew Connect Space. This is a space. This is a space you can, this is a space where you can be you. Sounds good. All right, I'm gonna show you some features you have on this thing. All right, again, if you want to, you can upload an image. Let's say I got an image of, I don't know. I got an image of Judah Maccabee. Love that image. Bam. I published that. There you go. That's awesome. It looks dope. So if I wanted to create something, I could create something all surrounding this. I could write a whole big old thing about the Maccabean period just off that. All right. But let's say, so I can write a comment and be like, man, 1 second. That image is great. Now it's uploaded. I could put a video. Let me go ahead, and you have the option of uploading a video from your computer or your cell phone, or let's say, for instance, for me, let's say I wanted to go ahead and get my jam on. I can go ahead and upload a video from YouTube, because I'm not trying to pull everybody away from social media. That's impossible. I know it's not going to happen. So I was able to incorporate the elements that we enjoy of YouTube and Facebook into this website. So now we can go ahead and enjoy.
Let it go, let it go. Been crying for a minute, let it go, let it go. Been crying for a minute, let it go, let it go. Been dying for a minute, let it go, let it go, 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 go. Go ahead, crushing and go ahead. Folks laid off cliffs, don't wake any folk dead. Smoke red and the cycle they will with road tread.
So if you want to, again, go ahead and give it a heart, give it a like, bam. It's good, it's Tove, it's good, right? And you can go ahead and look at more videos. You can go ahead and do all types of different things. You can talk, you can have entire discussions around this content all you want to, all right? And nobody's going to come at you. This is a space where we can go ahead and do us. We can be us. You know, I'm not going to allow for lawlessness. Obviously, we ain't doing that. Like, we're not going to be up here cursing, acting crazy and stuff like that. But the bottom line is you have the ability to go ahead and get in there. You know what I'm saying? And have entire full-blown conversations and stuff like that surrounding the content you know and love. All right. Let's say, so I just showed you the ability to do that. Let's say we want to have a conversation where we're like, all right, you know, Watchmen Reports did a very hard to watch documentary. Honestly, it was very hard to watch. I honestly, being real, don't even know if I even watched the whole thing. I maybe only got 20, 30 minutes in. But let's say we wanted to go ahead and, you know, I want to talk about something. Have you seen this? And you see, every time I hit enter, it goes down. You have that plus, arrow, right? You have the ability each line to insert something. So in this case, I'm going to insert a video again from YouTube. And this is from Watchmen Reports. They did a video a year or so ago called Tarnished Awakening. That's it. It's done. That's it. That fast. You're ready to go. So now you can have engaging Hebrew conversations around the things that matter most to you. So bam, we can go get right into it. And so now as a people, we can come together and get into it and talk about these real issues that, you know, we may not want to talk about with everybody else. You also have the ability to buy it like full-blown, full screen. Glitched up.
You people who call yourselves Hebrew Israelites?
But yeah, you can actually have it full screen and go through all that, right? So again, you have the ability to engage in conversations around the topics you want to discuss. And again, being able to have these types of conversations in a safe space that's designed for us. All right, so I'm not sure why the Zoom glitched like that, but you guys get the idea. You'll see it on your live. Once you get in there, you'll be able to do it on your own. All right, let me show you. You also have the ability to upload content from Vimeo as well. So those of you that don't know, Vimeo does have some good content you can go ahead and look at as well. Not everything is going to be YouTube. All right. So, bam. There's a movie. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. You can watch it on Amazon Prime. It's called They Are We. And I highly suggest you guys go check it out. I'm going to go ahead and publish it. And just like that, I was able to upload content from Vimeo onto the site. We can then have discussions in regards to the content.
Hoy a las 9 de la noche, una película africana sobre los gangas.
Go there and see the former slaves that were taken from Africa those days. They said they want to know where they came from.
El único ganga que hay en Cuba es el ganga de Mogoba, una etnia descendiente de África.
They resemble us. They should be part of us.
This one I'm a fambo. Because the language where they talk, instead we don't talk.
Why you means don't sleep. It means you are continue to dance. You will not sleep anyway.
Los hangadas de Perico en la provincia de Matanzas, Cuba, tenemos familia allá en África. La misma
All right,
sangre.
so I'm just showing you that. It's pretty awesome. That's dope. Cool thing about that story, this is a people that were in Cuba that still retained their songs, their cultural songs from ancient times. Had no clue what them songs were. They just knew how to say them without understanding, only then to get connected with their people, their tribe back in the continent, that were able to say, wait a minute, you look like us, number one, and you speak in our language. That's crazy. So it's very emotional video to watch. It's not a perfect film, but absolutely amazing to see that there's those that were enslaved in the transatlantic slave trade that were taken from Lower Guinea, and that how in this film they were able to connect back with their family. That's awesome. So anyway, you can see that right there. That was from Vimeo. It uploaded real quick. It was pretty awesome. Last one I'll show you, just to show you that you can do it. I'm going to actually go here. I'm going to do it live. I'm going to do it live so I'm not, just whatever. Give me a second. So you also have the ability of uploading live Facebook content. All right. All right, I have no idea why this popped up, but I'm looking at, it looks like, what is this? How I got here. What is this thing? It looks like a Facebook Live of Fly Nubian Queen. All right, so let's say we want to have a conversation about Fly Nubian Queen, all right? And whoever this person is, they going off doing their thing, right? All right, let's go get into it. Let's go. I'm literally going to do something that's pretty dope. I'm going to embed their live stream into the website. All right, so I'm about to hit play here in a minute, but so if you have a ministry, and again, this is a more advanced situation and down the road, if you have a ministry and you go live from time to time, you have the ability of embedding your live streams into this website for people to view on this platform. Again, so you have another vector to be able to reach directly our people and they engage in deeper level conversation surrounding your content. So let's go ahead.
Up and made him feel like he was invited to the cookout. He was invited to the cookout, right? Or he got a black card, or he was invited to the cookout. Let me tell you something. My cookouts is family only. You know what I'm saying? Family only. And also, don't bring none, don't get none. Somebody type that in. And if you ever go to school and they have a party or something, and you were supposed to bring something.
Hot. All right? She hot. I guess Joe Biden said something crazy. All right? But bottom line is, look at that. This is live right now. It's been going on for 25 minutes and some change. She got about 145 folks watching, way more than we got on here right now. But we can have conversations in regards to this. And again, this is live.
Get the hell up out my face. And unfortunately, because people haven't dealt with this devil, they haven't dealt with this fool on them levels, on them terms, he feels like he can come onto the Breakfast Club, disrespect our brother, and in turn, by doing so, disrespecting us because, right. You know what I'm saying?
So, that's fire. I just wanted to go ahead and let y'all know that, again, you have the ability of even embedding Facebook videos and live streams even. That's fire. That's fire. So I wanted to break that down. Again, you can see you have the ability of engaging in conversations and dialogue. And there's also things you could do. You could do GIFs if you're down with GIFs. I'm not really a GIF type person. You know what I mean? You know. Or, you know, if you're down with all that, you can jump right into it. Boom. Because we in the house now, we having some conversation right now. We really getting it in and talking about the different things that matter to us. So I just did this in a matter of what, minutes. I was able to break all this down. You know what I'm saying? I've been able to break this down and add all this content, and we have the ability, if we make, this is our platform and we can make it what we choose to make it. You guys have the ability to jump on in there and to do what you need to do. Again, creating a space for us. This is not, so let me clarify some things. This is not a space just to come at your brother or your sister. You're not going to agree on everything. You're not going to agree on everything that I do. All right. But it's a place for you as a people to gather and come together because we got an open enemy that's sitting here for real talk. We have an open enemy that is seeking to destroy us. We got an open enemy that don't care. They plotting and scheming right now. And so it's one of those things where we got to go ahead and break it down. We need to have a platform for us to be able to communicate with one another, to dialogue, to have conversations, right? All that. We're not here to be coming at each other. You can go take that and keep that with yourself, by yourself, and do you. But for those that want to gather, those of you that want to connect with your brother and sister, this is not about your ministry. This is not about no assembly. It's not about your more or your mora or nothing like that. All right. This is about being able to come together, to have a space to truly dialogue, discuss, to mobilize, to strategize, to unify, to go across the aisle, you know, and get connected. There's people that are sitting there struggling right now. They're struggling right now. They need help. They need help. So while you debating over, you know, who this person is and who that person is and these folks and that folks, okay, our people are suffering. You know, there's a good woman right now. There's a good Hebrew daughter of Zion right now, single mom with kids that's sitting there having some issues right now, can't even afford to feed her kids right now. Things were hard enough before all this COVID stuff was going on. And now we got the COVID going on and our people need help. We need to come together as a people. We need to be like our brother right here. We got to be like Yehuda Maccabee and be about that life. So while we debating over simple, stupid stuff, we can go ahead and got some brothers and sisters that are about that life to go ahead and say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and take care of my people. These folks can plot and scheme all they want to, but while they're plotting and scheming, I'm going to go ahead and set up, I'm going to set up the ability to rally, to mobilize my people. We're not going to be on no simpleness. We're not going to be on stupid strife and debate off dumb stuff. Do you love me? That's what I want to know. Do you love me? Anyway, I'm going to keep it moving. There's a lot more in here. There's more features that I'm going to be breaking down in the future. But again, this is a place that's designed by Hebrews for Hebrews. This is a space that's for us. We'll get into the particulars of how this is going to work. But in general, what it comes down to is y'all know how I get down. All right. There's a community guidelines. There is the ability to, there's terms of use. There's a privacy policy. We're not selling nothing to nobody. All right. This is, again, for us to be able to communicate with one another, to support one another. That's what it's all about. Ain't no strife and division and nonsense going on. Folks that all they do is provoke violence and they provoke strife amongst the brethren, you getting out. You're cancer. You're not mature enough to deal with grown folks' business. Go play games with yourself on Facebook. But for real soldiers, men and women, young and old, that want to lock arms and go ahead and deal with this business, we're going to be in the house having discussions about how we can mobilize and strategize as a people, how we can take care of our women and children, the orphan and the widow, right? We're going to discuss how we can do those things. You know what I'm saying? We're going to discuss how we can reach our brothers and sisters out in the prison system. There's so much to our story and our history. I'll never forget the Houthi that ended up basically getting killed in the prison cell. They said she committed suicide, okay? But she had, bail was set where, all she needed was like $50 bail money to get out of jail. This sister died in jail when any brew could have just came through and threw $50 on her books and she could be at home free, waiting to go ahead and, give account for her alleged crimes. This sister died in jail, was in jail because nobody stepped up to pay a $50. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. We got to be about our people, okay? So that's all I'll say about that. Real talk. This is a space that's for Hebrews, by Hebrews, but if you out here strifing and debating and acting stupid, you're not coming through. And if you do get in and we find that you're doing the stuff you be doing like on Facebook, you're getting booted. I'll boot you myself with my name on it. All right? Because we only need people that's going to be about putting in this work. All right, the second website I want to go through is one that the front end is pretty much done. It's completely done, but I just have to tighten and do the back end work. So HebrewConnect.org is ready to go right now. Those of you that are interested that want to be a part of it, you can go ahead and put a request in. I'll review it, and then I will approve it if I choose to, and then we can go from there. All right. The second website is literally a replacement for YouTube. And this one's taken me a lot more time to work on than this. But let me show you that. This is Hebrew Connect TV. Again, we need a platform, again, that's designed by Hebrew Israelites for Hebrew Israelites. One second here. All right. So let me break this down for you. It's a lot going on the screen. I love it. I think it's beautiful. You know, this is Victoria Falls in Africa. I thought it was awesome. I thought we should have something that embraces our culture, our history, our land. So that's a dope picture right there. All right, so Hebrew Connect TV, if you were to click on that, it's going to take you back to the website. All right, you got a hamburger menu like you usually do. Slides open. Now this is this is online, so it's going to be a little bit different. All right, but you know, you can go ahead and, you know, you got Instagram. We do have an Instagram channel. Listen, I do not do Instagram like that, so I might have to get one of y'all to go ahead and join me and do y'all thing on the Instagram. Okay, help a brother out, but we're back to the main page again. A lot of functionality and features that I'm looking at doing for us. Okay. All right, so let's just break it down section by section. You got pages, you got categories of content, channels, trending, live content, movies. You have the ability to go to, you know, like, watch later, playlist, purchase content, and view your history, right? You have a search bar up here, so you can go ahead and search different content you've been looking for. Notification bell. Here is your user icon, and there's I have the pro version of the website, right? I can go to my channel and go to my paid subscriptions, right? Settings, right? I haven't programmed this, but I love dark themes. So if those of you that look on the website, the mobile website version of HebrewConnect.org, you can see I love dark themes. All right. But yeah, let's go ahead and you can go ahead and create an account right there. You have the ability of getting paid by your fans. So when you go ahead and you know, post your content up, if someone wants to give into your ministry or you're a premium content creator, you can go ahead and people can donate into your ministry. All right. So very much like Patreon and different things like that. You put in the time, the hard work to go ahead and you know, make this content. People should be able to give into you. All right. You can grow your audience. All right. You can even upload content that you have from YouTube and encode it back into this site. And I'm even incorporating the ability to make money with Amazon. So if you want to sell certain products or recommendations, you can incorporate that into your page, make a little bit of money. You got featured videos. This is different things. Like I said, here. Just showing you the template of how it looks. All right. All right, let's go ahead and let's create an account. Click on create an account. It says register. Bam. Hebrew Connect TV. Register your Hebrew Connect TV account, username, email, password. In the future, I will go ahead and try to see about incorporating social media logins to make it easier. Because I know people are lazy and they just want to be able to hit a button and be like, well, I got Google, so let me go ahead and log in via Google, my Google account or my Facebook account or something like that. All right. So we got our account set up. Let's go and look at settings. All right, so your user icon will be here. Your name will be there when you, join the website. When you last logged in, some of the basic features are here that are down below, like my account details, blocked users, because, folks be cutting up, acting crazy. I see where, folks is acting stupid in the chat. So, you can block folks doing the most like that. You know what I'm saying? You can change your password. You can change your email address. You can manage your subscriptions, paid subscriptions, different things like that. Manage notifications. You can manage donations, right? All kinds of different things. So let's just break this down. You got latest videos that you might have, part of. You got your blocked users. You can go ahead and say, I'm going to block this person that is acting crazy last week, right? You have the ability of changing your password. You have the ability of managing subscriptions that you may have to certain premium content creators. All right, so you might say, okay, I want to go ahead and have this be an active account because, I like Watchmen Reports. So let's say Watchmen Reports has an account and you're like, okay, I'm going to subscribe to their stuff and their premium content. Bam. Or you somebody else, you're like, nah, I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. I'm not going to get rid of it and delete it completely, but I'm just going to turn that subscription off. I'm not paying for that or trying to go see their, what they got going on. You know what I mean? So on and so forth. So just kind of give you an outline. Trying to think. Let's say if you want to go ahead and upload your own content. You can go ahead and upload your own video. So this is what it looks like. I like a clean, simple look. So I don't know. I can make it look a little bit better than this, but we got the general functionality. You hit upload and bam, it's going to go ahead and allow you to upload your videos from your desktop. Or if you want to import content from specifically YouTube, because they have a pretty robust third-party API system, right? You can go ahead and upload YouTube videos, bam, into, on your channel. And you're good to go. All right. So let me go back. Let me show you what it looks like when you view a video. Let's say you're going through, you're perusing through, and you're like, okay, Biblical Hebrew Israelite Awakening, that sounds pretty dope. Let me see what that's about. You click on that, and it's going to take you to the page for that video. Basic information, like you're going to find normally, right? You're going to see the title, how many views it has, how many thumbs up or thumbs down it has, who the author is, their user icon. You have the ability of adding this to a playlist because maybe you want to watch it later. Maybe you can't watch it right now. Maybe you like it and you want to put it to your favorites list, or you want to say, okay, I'm going to watch it later. Or maybe you want to grab a link to share it on other social media content, platforms. You could do that. If they say, you're like, man, this video is so fire, I want to donate to the creator of this channel. You can do that. All right. There's different tags you can have, right? And let's get into it. This is our official logo for Hebrew Connect TV. I have two logos. This is my favorite one. Then I have a more simple one like this, just real simple. But this is my other logo for Hebrew Connect TV. So let's go ahead and watch something. Let's watch the film.
valley of the dry bones coming back. We are coming back from the lands of slavery, coming back. On this one occasion, a higher will show us mercy. From desolation, destruction and dejection, see we coming back into the hands of the Most High, coming back. See them coming back, the kings of the earth be coming back. See them coming back, Luciano coming back. Oh, see them coming back, Morgan Heritage coming back. Oh, see them coming back, the Lord and Haiti coming back. Hey, I see I let my people go. Australia, let my people go.
All right, y'all. So, yeah, that song's fire. It never gets old. All right, so give me a second here. It's doing the most. All right. Let me go back. I need to go ahead and end this here shortly. I'm trying to think of anything else I want to show you real quick. So yeah, this is Hebrew Connect TV. There's a lot of options. I have some other options I'm kind of looking at doing, playing with different variants. You know, we have a wider version of the same video. So I'm playing with screen sizes. Just playing around with different formats and things like that. And again, you still have your window there. So yeah, I'm still working on this. Like I said, the front end is pretty much done. It's pretty legit, like everything's functional. Design wise, I just need to tighten some last minute things up, and then I can go ahead and you know, get the back end going. As far as having I already have my cloud servers ready to go. I just got to do some last minute programming and things like that. But yeah, that's it. That's it. What I will do right now is take some last minute questions you guys may have in the chat. You know, answer what I can, and then we'll end this. All right. Yeah, somebody said, dang, I was jamming. Yeah, that's my jam. That's my song. But I got to go ahead and move forward. All right. Does anybody have any questions in chat right now? Go ahead right now. Just go ahead and type your questions. Okay, no questions, no questions. Hey, I appreciate you guys for taking the time to join me. All right, yeah, someone says when I hit forum, it takes me back to sign in. I think for you, you need to do that one last step, so you do still need to sign up or sign in. So just go ahead and use your Gmail account and go from there. All right. So if you go ahead, because I think you subscribed, I got an email saying, Martha, that you subscribed to the page to get like notifications and stuff like that. But you still have to do the next step of actually signing into the page. So it's a two-step process. One is just basically, hey, my name is so-and-so and there's my email address. Subscribe me to be notified of different things going on. The second is in regards to actually getting into becoming a member of the page. And as we grow and develop this thing, so again, we can lock it down or unrestrict things as much as we choose to as a people, as a body. It may come to a place where you say, you know what, we even want to block the forum from being able to be seen by anyone outside of our members of the site. Then we can lock that down. Because again, we don't need to have other folks ear hustling, snooping around, eyeballing what we do and what we talk about in this space, right? I got a question. Will there be a section for a podcast or radio station? That's a possibility. That is a possibility, but that's not something that I've explored yet. There's a bunch of different options and features available that we can kind of delve into in the future, but we're taking it step by step. At this point, it's about building capacity. This is the first time or first day has been openly, put out there. So starting this afternoon, or I should say starting this evening into tonight, you'll see different things available for you to share and let people know about HebrewConnect.org and, getting connected. Again, this is a website and this designed by Hebrew Israelites for Hebrew Israelites. This is not for nobody else but us. So I don't, this is a safe space for us to be us, to talk about what we need to talk about, to do what we need to do. It's not about, nothing else but that. Someone said, if we have problems, can we contact you by chat? Absolutely. Go ahead. You can do it right now as I'm talking to you. You can go ahead and chat me up right now and go onto the page and say, hey, I have a question about this, or I'm having problems with that. What do I do in this situation? That's it. All right. And day or night, myself or someone else that decides to be part of our team like that will be able to respond back to you and get you what you need. I really want to have the ability for us to engage in more active prayer, because prayer changes things. Again, there's people that have needs, they have desires where it's like, listen, I'm over here struggling right now. I can't feed myself or my kids. And I don't want to have to turn to crime. I don't want to have to turn to drugs. I don't want to have to be in these streets just to try to survive and eat. I don't want to have to sell my body so that my kids can have food in their stomach. Right? That's why we have to connect. HebrewConnect.org. It's time for us to connect as a people. There's people that are in mental anguish because of different spiritual trauma they've experienced in church and different things going on like that. This is a time for us to be able to connect with one another and to heal those wounds, to speak life into those people and say, you know what, I understand what you're going through, but you don't have to go it alone. And you know what, there's an assembly in your area. You got to get connected. Oh, I didn't know that. I know you didn't know that. But it's time for you to know that there's an assembly for you right there in Mesa or Phoenix, Arizona. It's time for you to know that there's an assembly for you in Seattle or Tacoma, Washington. It's time for you to know that there's an assembly available for you in Portland, Oregon. It's time for you to know that there's an assembly, a place to get connected, people that you can get connected to in the UK. You may not speak English. You may only speak Portuguese. It's important for you to know that there might be a spot for you to connect with the brothers and sisters in Brazil, Sao Paulo. You may be in the Caribbean. You might be in Jamaica and not know, oh, I got a sister named Kendra out there that I can connect with. It's time for us to connect as a people. So anyway, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We'll have more of these conversations. Again, it's a two-step process to get in. You can go ahead, subscribe to the channel, just your name and email updates. And then, from there, join the actual main page, and then we'll review your profile. In most cases, we are going to cross-reference you back to Facebook or one of our assemblies before we just let anybody come on through. And, if you get in, you're acting crazy, you got to go. It's as simple as that. So I see here, More, how do you trust who is legit on here? Are you going to have some moderators from time to time? Absolutely. I'm going to be looking for those people that I can trust to be moderators in the assembly, the online assembly, the gathering of us as a people, right? There's going to be moderators, people that I've talked to every day. I'm gonna go ahead and have them, people that have been faithful to be active on the website. They're actively posting content. They're actively engaging with one another. But yeah, any type of abuse, scammer, fraudulent type folks just on there begging for money, shysters, scammers, they got to go. So we know we're going to deal with Judases. They got to go. We know we're going to have some knuckleheads that try to come through and push doctrine and try to cause strife and division because, they got to, they're the home of the truth, right? They got to go. This is about unity. It's about gathering unto one another. Gather ye, O nation undesired, right? It's time. It's time to come together as a people. So, hit me up. Again, my personal email address for ministry and things I have going on is HebrewAwakened@gmail.com. You can hit me up at the website or the Facebook page, Biblical Hebrew Israelite Awakening. You can hit me up direct on the website in the chat section. Like literally, it's awesome. You have the ability of chatting with me. You have the ability of chatting with each other. You can even create your own chat groups of people that you're cool with and communicate that way. There's a lot of power that's handed over to you. I actually had to restrict a lot of things because it was doing too much. It was too much power. The ability to upload code and HTML and stuff like that. Got to watch out for our people. So I had to disable those features. But I'll definitely have a watchful eye over what is happening in the group within the forums. But again, this is a platform that allows you to be you, to discuss what you need to discuss without fear of censorship, having your content removed or flagged or copyright strike and stuff like that. Listen, I don't care. You do what you got to do to get your point across. We good. So we'll talk about this more internal. I will have more conversations and things direct, specific to the website, on the website, where I can speak more freely outside of the Facebook platform. But again, if you're looking at getting connected, go on in and jump on the site. As you guys can see, I've locked it down because I'm not letting anybody, now that I publicly put this out there, it's going to be them Gentiles that try to creep on through to see what's going on. They're going to try to create fake profiles and try to stir up strife and be nosy. They got to go. It's not happening. So I locked it down. You know what I mean? But again, this is a platform for you. You can do what you need to do with it for yourself and for your family. How this works, again, we got to get things right within ourselves, within our family, our community, and ultimately our nation. All right, so with that, I'll say shalom. I thank you guys for joining me. Sorry for the delay. If I need to, I will go ahead and hold another one of these demos to kind of go over the features again. But I think we're good. I'll play the rest of the track, and I'll see y'all later.
the valley of the dry bones coming back. We are coming back from the lands of slavery, coming back. On this one occasion, I will show